And welcome
I
to the
play
Learn
Dota.
Dota 2
Oh.
League Season 20, Week 2. We're not listening to whatever you were saying there. Today, we're taking a look at the two towers Lotus team, taking on G9, the Brionne team. With me here once again is, Inno.
Yo.
And Ransoms.
Hello.
Interesting to see this happening. We haven't really, I haven't seen the two towers at all, but two towers last week, the Granola team was running in week 1 with two stand-ins, which is always a little awkward. This time, everybody's here. But I don't think they've ever
Oh,
no
wow.
stand-ins? This is no
This
stand-ins,
team.
right?
Nope, no stand-ins at all.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so we
My
got,
voice
Jakiro.
didn't cut off, you're just not hearing things.
No,
So
we're just
I
ignoring you.
actually didn't know that. I know Lotus pretty well. We used to play a lot together back in the day, and I know Space Cowboy, unfortunately, as well. And this is not. I'm surprised they're not disbanded already. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You're gonna lose your mind when you see what their team comp is.
Oh my god, I can't wait. Actually, yeah, I think Lotus and Space Cowboys personalities and playstyles are so conflicting. I just can't even imagine what we're about to see.
If you
yeah.
think that, it's gonna be even better.
Oh my god, I'm excited to see.
No Jakiro,
Yeah,
no
so-
Marta.
Yeah, so
Played
talk
Brionne
about the
team.
draft here, right? Like, this is like a... What's the, like, knowing what you know about these teams, like, what's the fans here with the Jakiro, the Marta, the TA?
The Marta ban is
Yeah.
wild.
You got banned that Invoker against. I'm assuming Lotus is going mid, but I'm not sure. He could be P1. I actually don't know. But I'm assuming he's mid. He's mostly a mid player, and you got to ban his Invoker. That's fair. You have to ban Brionne's ET. We didn't, and we won, but that's because we're disrespectful.
Yeah. I watched that game. I saw that game where Brionne kind of stomped you guys early on the ET.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
since playing
when
Ursa,
they gave you
really.
the old Medusa is the stalking horse. Medusa is the one who sets up the play at like 15
Yeah.
minutes game.
I
All
think
right,
that
so
would have
this-
been good if they delayed it, but they didn't.
Yeah, they had Medusa coming out and fighting at the beginning of the game. Also, first pick Wraith
That's
King.
crazy.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
with a
interesting,
void
yeah.
ban?
That's
Void
a Space
ban into
Cowboy
a
race
first-
thing. I'm gonna assume.
Okay,
I'm calling
okay.
it right now. I'm calling it. Right now. Oh god, I hate him so much. I hate his playstyle so much. I like him. He's a nice guy. I just hate how he plays.
Oh, I hate this guy. I hate everything about it. But he's a really nice guy. But oh
He's
god,
really-
I hate him so much.
He's cool. I hate playing with him though. I like
Sure.
playing against him, pubs or something. Free MMR, but you know, can't play with him.
Oof, called out. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
in
that's
fairness,
crazy.
Space Cowboy is literally the reason that I basically do not play Dota regularly, even for social occasions anymore. So I guess I can't judge.
That is crazy. I'm assuming it's gonna be Space Cowboy Wraith King, and he's building Ags and gonna argue that it's good. Wait, no, he might be playing off lane. He might be playing this off lane. I don't know what their positions are, so I'm just doing wild guesses. But this could be some like Ags off lane Space Cowboy where he's gonna take all the farm and do nothing with it but die with Ags.
Yeah, they're
That's
notably
what I'm calling right now.
they're still banning P1, so at the very least, Brionne thinks it's pause 3 Wraith King.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
tell
Witch
me,
Doctor.
like, what is this void ban? Like, this feels a little like
Probably targeted. I'm assuming who's the
Yeah.
P1?
really
Is it
targeted.
I'm
Lotus or-
assuming they're just placing their bets that this is a pause 3 Wraith King, and they're banning out the Faceless Void to ban comfort on the P1.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
With the storm,
They-
I guess. They get the
The
Ross.
storm
that's
is also
big.
for Lotus. They need to ban Lotus's broodmother. They can't really let that in either. I feel like he's very known for his broodmother, so he spams that in
As
pubs.
a
He's very cheesy.
as a mid. As a mid.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a
Oh,
very
interesting.
cheesy
Kid
player.
Dynamite does that too.
He's spicy.
Yeah.
Dude, mid brood. I would love to actually see that.
See, hopefully they ban it out because that'd be such a weird game to watch.
Well, we're definitely not going to be seeing a support Wraith King game today.
No, for sure
Yeah.
not.
Or
Pick
ever.
offlane racing. That's kind of a weird first pick to take though, no matter what. Like
Yeah.
it just doesn't
Yeah, it's
accomplish
kinda-
much.
Yeah, it's a little awkward. I mean, like I think in theory, right, you can flex it 1 to 3, right? Like it's a very versatile 1 to 3 flex, but
Yeah.
I think it's in the rest of your lineup This Kunkka though, ooh, I like this Kunkka pick actually a lot.
Can't wait for him to get
Pick is
glimpsed
pretty
in
good, yeah.
funny ways.
That would be funny.
The
think
Kunkka X interaction with Glimpse is wild. It is Looney Tunes shit. We have
Yeah.
a few clips of it on the channel.
But it also provides like some good cover against the Wraith King, right? Like, because like with boat on Wraith King into Skellies, like the boat could potentially like wipe the Skellies out if he goes that fast, right? Like, which is because the Skellies are the annoying part about Wraith King right now, right?
I mean,
think
in
it's
the
just
interest
solid
of
control,
fairness,
too.
you can just kill the skeletons with a Tiebringer. I think they're not really that strong.
Well, I
No,
think
no,
more,
that's-
the reason I like Kunkka is because he controls Wraith King pretty well. And Wraith King wants to like get on you. And if you stop him from doing that, it automatically, you're doing good against them.
Yeah, even if
Yeah,
you're
so
dealing
it's-
with a situation where Wraith King has the BKB and he's just ignoring what you're doing to him, he can still X people on his team and kite around with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's what I'm saying. I think there's a lot of things about the Kunkka pick that help with the Wraith King, like the Tidebringer, the boat, like the Torrent, like you could just like destroy the Skellies.
This is a very
Yeah.
meaty frontline-oriented team from Brionne here. Got the Kunkka
I like
and
this
the
a
Yeah.
stuff.
lot. They got Kunkka DP like the front line. They got AA to make sure that this Wraith King doesn't have a game, and Witch Doctor for damage. It's like so well balanced. I think.
Storm still in
I'm
the game.
excited to see their P1.
So do we
We'll
think
see
this
what
is
they
a
pick.
DP mid or a DP off? Like
I'm
I
Kunkka
think
one?
Don't
DP
know.
off sounds better, but who knows?
I don't know. They have a very unconventional mid with pockets, so it's going to be hard to tell where he's going.
Oh, okay, got it.
See this
Well,
pick
then-
right here,
Oh.
Shadow Fiend.
That's got to be a mid
I
pick,
don't.
right? Like,
Yeah, it
Better
seems like
be.
a mid pick. I don't like the Shadow Fiend here though. I feel like you like Spy and Satanic, and you have an AA here. Kunkka can kind of change them a
Yeah,
little bit, and doesn't
feels-
with Rum. He doesn't really care about big bursts of damage like he does. It's a weird Shadow Fiend game. It's a weird Shadow.
it
Yeah.
also feels really awkward into their potential off lanes. Like even the Kunkka or the DP off lane feels really
Yeah.
awkward into like the Shadow Fiend, right? Like both of those feel really not good.
Yeah, early
Yeah, you
game
don't
it's
have
gonna
a
be
target.
tough for him. Like you can have the AA throw the ult where Kunkka has the X, and if Shadow Fiend is the guy who is X'd, he's pretty much
You're
just gonna
dead.
die of that.
You're fucking dead. There's nothing you can do. It's gonna be rough. I already prefer Dyer's draft here. I'm just excited to see what they pick for their P1 and see if that's it's.
Joke's
I
on you,
feel
it's
like they just
Kunkka
need a little
P1.
more damage. That's crazy. Probably actually, I could see that too. I'm not a fan of the Kunkka P1. I know people are playing it, but that's fine. As long as they get some more damage in some other way, I think it's okay. It
I mean,
feels
they
like
get
the
less
Omni
pick,
P1
though.
shit. Like it's okay, but you still need damage in some other way.
Yeah, I don't know. They have last pick. This Dire draft feels pretty good.
I like it.
Yeah,
They might need one more stun, but
there
so
there
far,
is
so
the
good.
hitch of like a big disruptor ult can make fights like hell for these guys because it's 4 people who are if these guys get silenced here,
Yeah.
totally useless, right? Like
yeah,
they
they
can't do
need,
anything.
they love to press R, right?
They,
Like,
they need to be very
Yeah.
conscious about the way they're positioning in this game. And if if they get like clumped together, if that disruptor hits the letter R on his keyboard, and all 4 of these guys are in that little thing for even like
Yeah,
a
it's
half
GG.
second, it's over.
yeah, it's
They're
bad.
dead
Bad.
every
Yeah.
time.
Radiant team pick.
No, for sure. Because like the 4 people that they're showing right now all love pressing R. Like it's like it's like the whole thing about their lineup right now, right? Is
Now here's
R
the
is,
good
like-
news. AA is not going to be in the Static Storm ever, or at least he better not be. The Death Prophet, at least ideally, is going to hit R before the Static Storm happens, and if she winds up in the middle of it and can't take the heat, she has the Yules for that. Roar!
Reversal pick.
All right, so it is Wraith, right? Like we talked about, because it's got to be
Yeah.
Shadow Fiend mid and Ursa 1. So what does Brionne pick here?
I think they need a. I'd like to see a Dusa from Brionne's team. They need some kind of range damage dealer, or if they
Dusa
really are
ban-
putting this Kunkka P1, something with stuns. They need stuns bad. Like just
Yeah.
one stun at least.
The X is going to be hell on earth for the Ursa, but that's the only thing they've really got for him at the moment.
Yeah.
The AA
So
ult is more
what's-
annoying than it, or not ult. The AA stun is more annoying than it is actively helpful. The Witch Doctor stun, not reliable. What we got? Drow Ranger, not
Drow
in.
Ranger.
You know what
I don't
actually
love
would've-
this Drow pick.
You know
but-
what I actually would
Yeah.
have preferred? You know what I would have preferred
What's that?
secretly? Something that's actually, I don't know if you guys are watching the stats, but at least in pubs is coming back as a pause 1 now, like, is working. Pick up the CK.
Really?
Yeah, it's okay. I think the CK just can't really burst anyone down though, besides like Shadow Shaman and Disruptor, but
Well,
Yeah.
maybe
who
Shadow
Who
Fiend?
cares about that when you have the Maledict and the AA ult?
Well, but
A-
yeah, you have
anybody
to connect
bursts
with-
people down at that point.
You have to connect with all of them though. In theory, like it's easy, but it's like
I don't think you do. I think one of those things plus the CK, you know, he just has to get at least a little lucky, right? Like if you get the
Yeah.
AA ult in, or if you get the Maledict in, and he goes with the W, he gets at least like one big crit on you. That's a lot of damage, baby. That's a lot of damage in a very short time. And
what
if you
about
want
a
to talk
gyro
about
here?
if you want to talk about a protracted fight, you got the Rum for that, you got the Witch Doctor healing for that, AA's denying them healing, you got the DP, EXO, this is constantly buffeting people.
What,
So,
what if we had gotten a gyro here instead of the drow, right? Like,
Yeah.
with the like on-target stun and the like spread damage with the maledict and the AA ult, Kunkka and the DP, right? Like,
you are still missing
that-
the burst damage element of it too. You're just still relying on the Maledict and the AA ult to really do the burst damage, which is not the most ideal situation. I don't like this in any world. I don't really like the Drow pick here at all. I mean, it's decent at kiting, which 2 of their 3 cores are just like miserable into, but it's not good enough at kiting that I'm like terrified. Like, the Drow is not going to be able to just 100 to 0 the Ursa in most fights if the Ursa knows what he's doing. I don't think
Yeah,
it's not really enough.
I do agree. I think it's not the best pick, but I think they have such a great draft already. Otherwise,
Pocket's
big
going to walk into 5 and die
there.
immediately.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a quick death, and Brionne just kind of stood there and watched and is now about to die herself. Maybe? Good cast, never
They
mind.
shouldn't commit. They shouldn't commit to this. They got their kill. They need to leave.
I like how Brionne has the clean tag. Let's see, hold on. I hate to pause right now, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold, goddamn, it really is G9.
Yep.
By my stars and garters. Oh, lemongrass.
Yeah,
the Witch Doctor-
I guess Space is 1. He's playing P1.
Yep. Space Cowboy
That's
pause 1 on
crazy.
this team.
Dude,
So
they
that'll
still
be
went
fun.
2 and 2. They
Lotus
still went 2
said he
and
was
2 on
gonna pick me
Runeset.
P1, and he didn't. So, he deserves this. He deserves to play with Space P1.
It's true.
I want him to suffer all season.
So, in an effort to avoid what happened last time happening again, I'm just going to do the roll call blitz style. Pause 1 for the 2 towers. You've got Space Cowboy on the Ursa. Pause 2, Captain of the Team Lotus on the Shadow Fiend. Pause 3, you've got Tills on the Wraith King. Pause 4, Flebo on the Shadow Shaman. This lane made up of 2 people who haven't been here for 1,000 years. And pause 5, you've got Tristero on the Disruptor. On the other side of the coin, for G9, pause 1, you have Lemon Grab on the Drow Ranger. Pause 2, you've got Pocket. Oh my god, he's sponsored by it too, on the Death Prophet. Pause 3, you've got Lou, formerly known as Big Titty Gardevoir GF on the Kunkka. Pause 4, you've got Maniac on the Witch Doctor. And pause 5, you've got Brionne on the Ancient Apparition.
I really hope that Lou kind of learned a little bit from our games, because I also played Ursa against them, and he did not have a good time. I hope plays a little more scared, but calculated with his Tidebringers, and he gets the farm he needs while not feeding. I'd like to. I'm hoping Lou the best in the lane here.
God, that should have been such a miserable Ursa game. and it just wasn't.
He got too
it always
overconfident,
lets me
I
know.
think, and
It's like that giraffe game we saw. It's like you got this game, and it's like I'm just so confident it's gonna happen like this, and they just let it slip, and I go grrr, and I shake my fist at the computer.
Yeah.
This is a dead looking Kunkka.
That was a good cast.
Uh,
No,
He's respecting the Ursa enough, I think. He backed up when he needed to.
No, but he's fine. He's fine. Level 1 passive, not really that scary for us. This is one heck of a mid. Pocket versus Lotus mid.
I think Lotus wins this, but Pocket knows how to farm. I'll give him that. Yeah, even if he loses, he'll recover. I trust.
Ooh,
Uses
yep.
Maledict a
No
little
follow-up.
late on
Yeah,
the Ursa.
Tough.
You know, last time I looked at this lane, this guy had full HP. Maledict before then, that would have been awesome.
Nope.
Also, Rip Shaman. Maybe Rip Wraith King? He's so low. Yeah, he's
Brionne.
dead. Great
Yep.
shot.
Wow, I got popped. Nice, Brionne.
Nice.
Great job.
And they're pushing a double wave into the tower. That's diabolical. That is nasty. 3 range creeps just gonna be.
Are they gonna get the
here.
pull here? Did Brionne get the pull on that too?
I think so.
The-
Yeah.
On the small camp, it looks like she might have.
I think so. Wow, that's a nasty play.
Yeah.
That's really good. On
Oh,
Dire's
yeah,
side
there
right
we go. She
Good
got it.
pressure. Full deny on, almost full deny. I'm gonna missing like a creep or 2.
Yep.
That's pretty big.
Meanwhile, Kunkka takes control this wave up here at bot. Or side of bot.
Oh my gosh, this is
Pulled in by this camp here, which Disruptor contested just a little too late. Both guys at mid here are pretty low. The DP lower than the Shadow Fiend. He's chewing some dangos. DP does not really have any regen at that point. Also had to just randomly use his bats to secure that last hit on the banner creep, which was not good.
Yeah, you don't want to see that early.
Oh no!
Yikes.
I'm
Oh,
dead!
brutal. No, this
Being a
Ursa
little
pops
too
for sure,
aggressive
right?
here on Ursa. Yeah, I think he dies.
Ursa pops her, yeah. for sure.
Goodbye,
He's
Ursa.
missing his disruptor in lane, and he's being aggressive. I think he's getting overconfident on Ursa.
Yeah.
A lot of Ursas do that. They like play against some melee offlaner and they think they own them, but in reality, you still gotta play normal. You still gotta make efficient trades.
Hey, there's some
Can't just
melee
be all up in their
offlaners you just
face.
don't, trust me. Just not all of them.
Yeah, I think. So
This is not
like,
one of them.
here we go.
Oh.
Oh boy,
Yep.
yikes! That's
Just watching this up here. Lemon
There
Grab
we
gonna
go.
take
They're
this.
putting a lot of pressure on this
Yeah.
lane here. It's good.
Though notably, despite her kills, I should mention, what the hell? Till's gonna go turn around looking for the
Ooh.
desperation kill.
very
He's
nice
actually gonna
stuff.
get it
Is she-
with
is
the
she
Red
Oh
Bull
wait,
Tea.
hold on.
mid fight?
Is Wraith King playing Curse, not in Skulls?
Yes, he is. We saw that his last life. Oh no, he's got the
Oh, he
Boneguard.
is playing
He's just
Skulls, yeah.
the
but
way that
he's-
changed.
Doesn't have it.
He skipped out on
But yeah, he's
Skelly?
playing Skulls. Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
no, he does have them.
interesting.
He
Okay.
does have them.
Yeah, he's playing Skulls. Yeah.
You can
He
see
went to
here.
level 3
Look,
though.
Yeah,
Usually,
yeah, yeah.
usually you get stun skellies though. You don't, or crit skellies. You don't get you know, any. you have to get the skellies. You need
You
your
get one
W.
point. Yeah, you get
Yeah, you,
one
you
point
have
in
to get a
blast,
point.
and then yeah, I was like,
Oh no,
upwards there.
Wraith King.
This is
Yeah.
really rough.
Oh no,
Oh,
Flebo.
Shadow Shaman. Poor
Oh, just
Flebo's
barely gets
eating
out of the
it.
way of the stun here. 0-2 on the Shaman, 2-2 on the Wraith King. So at least there's that.
Dude, does Lemon not have points in? Oh, she does. Okay.
Lemon
yeah.
has no points in having any last hits. Still bottom of the charts for last hits as far as the core is, even despite all this.
Yeah,
It would be
but
nice to
you-
see this, like, you know, see both of these. You know, you could definitely, in a lane that looks like this, you can get the kills and also
Yes.
get the last hits.
And yeah, get a lot of last hits. Yeah, this is actually
My
brutal.
Shaman.
Okay, maybe. Here we go.
Flat E here. Yeah.
Okay, yep.
Wraith
That's,
King, yeah,
that's
dead
actually
again.
Great. Yeah, perfect.
Oh
dead,
my
dead.
God.
Yeah.
Well, this lane is getting
Crazy.
cleaned up.
It would be great to see her. Okay, yep. Deny a lot of that wave. Little
Space Cowboy really low. Does he have regen on him?
And chat is going nuts right now. Like, you would be insane. You would think it's insane how chat is popping off. He is very low.
Oh,
Once again, the
no.
Maledict coming out at the awkward time when the damage is already been done rather than beforehand.
Yeah. This is a weird one. You definitely want to be flying out tangos. Make sure you have your HP up on Ursa.
He does have a
What's
tango
Ursa
here.
got? Oh, he has a tango.
He was chewing on one there as well.
Yeah, you're taking Maledicts and Tidebringers to the face. You better bring some regen.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, the
there's-
sad thing
there-
is you can't really magic stick in this lane either.
Oh,
no,
god.
looks like you might.
Nope, he
No, he's good,
he
he's
had
good.
just
Okay.
enough charges to live, I think.
I think
Maybe.
he lives
God.
this one.
Nope.
Nope.
Just barely does.
That's unfortunate.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's just a classic. You need to know what you're going against. If there's a Maledict Kunkka, like at the Witch Doctor Kunkka, you gotta bring some extra tangos there. Make sure you're top
In
off.
some lanes, that magic stick could have saved him, but not this lane. Just
Yeah.
these guys are not really popping skills enough. He didn't even have a full stick.
So, Anno, as a 1, do you need a raindrop there? Like, is this a raindrop lane? Like, with the...
Anything, yeah, anything that helps you. That I don't think it's raindrop, but at least extra tangos and a fairy
Yeah.
fire, like something. Fairy
Yeah,
fire would
that's-
go crazy here because the way Witch Doctor Maledict works, I'm sure you guys know, but you know if you heal during it, it does less damage because it's equal to total
based
damage.
off of total
Yeah,
damage,
I described
total
it
health
during
loss.
game
Yeah.
1 of the last series. Literally just the difference between your current HP and how much you had when it started.
Yeah,
Damage.
so you know,
Oh, two
fairy
people
fire
are here
goes
to
crazy
secure
there.
this rune.
It's good for us to
Interesting.
refresh that. So,
Pocket's gonna grab it.
Yeah, Pocket's gonna
Nice job
take
from Brionne. They might get a
it
kill
and-
here,
Oh,
actually.
almost assuredly.
Lotus is not here. Lotus is in the jungle. I don't know why he came to contest when your mid laner is farming jungle deep.
Maybe
way
he thought he
back
was
into
there.
two.
He thought he was like waiting in somewhere in
Some
fog around the room.
miscommunication, maybe. Yeah.
The Ursa's going to finally get a good revenge kill here on the Witch Doctor. Actually gonna pull in the AA here, but I don't think he's gonna make it. I
Brionne's
really would have
coming.
liked to. I would have liked to see that.
Oh,
No,
X.
okay.
Oh,
I thought it was.
Wow.
man.
I thought it was cursed, but
That was a weird. X
Oh,
thing
and a
that I thought-
Tidebringer.
yeah,
Jeez,
smart,
that was
smart on Lou. Use the Tiebringer to get the kill from inside the Disruptor arena. Good
Yeah.
play there.
Yeah.
This Lou seems so much more confident to the one that I got to play against. Like when I played against him, he was very, very scared on the axe, but he seems like he learned a thing or two and he knows when to go in, when to back up.
Well, I mean, in
I like to
fairness,
see that.
I'd rather, as my friend Nico CW once said, I'd rather go to the dentist than play Axe into Ursa. This Kunkka is like way less miserable comparatively. Disruptor's
Yeah.
gonna die
Oh, he's
for
been
this
pretty good.
intervention here from Pocket, which is also going to virtually guarantee take out this T1. Nobody home for the Radiant in the top lane, so they're
Great
not going to get one in
rotation from
response.
Pocket.
I mean, this
Yeah.
Shaman is level 4 anyways. It's not like it's gonna matter that much. If you take a look at the net worth chart, it is the Lotus show right now for the Radiant. Like, Lotus is over everybody else in the game. The Wraith King is kind of far back. The Ursa may as well not even exist right now.
Yeah, this was a
It's
given.
bad.
I think Lotus is like individually very skilled, so he was gonna win the lane, especially on an SF hero. But Pocket's making these great rotations, providing impact that like Lotus can't while he's still hitting creeps. So
especially with the
good for him
EXO,
on
right? Like,
capitalizing. Yeah,
with the EXO rotations, it's like super
just,
impactful, right? Like
big
like, almost
impact. He can
guaranteed.
just take all tier
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
and now he
T1s
gets to
just
pocket
melt.
an Arcane Rune just to make it even better.
Nice. That is big.
Like
Might
mid
go
folds
a
here for sure.
play.
The Kata, right? Like you got a mid with the cart here, right?
Hopefully
I
they
guess
push.
there is one big X factor that is probably working against the Brionne team right now. Okay, this is gonna be
Oops.
working against the Brionne team,
This is-
maybe.
yep.
No, he has no follow-up on that. This
Yeah.
Shaman's coming, but he's level 4 at this point. Hello, friends?
Oh my
Okay,
gosh,
they're
they
coming.
abandoned their. Okay, never mind. There we go. Okay, I was gonna say if this Drow gets
Oh,
abandoned
no.
here, then it's brutal. But like with this,
This
rotation,
is
it's-
already gonna be awful
irony is
for
kinda
Radiant,
rich.
but
That was a really bad
That
AA
was
ult.
Wait, was the
I don't know
EXO
what happened
used?
there.
Did we get EXO here?
It's
I don't
on
see an
cooldown
EXO,
for
right?
25.
no, I think it's gonna cool down.
Okay, yeah. That's a huge rotation for
Shadow
like
Fan here.
nothing, right?
Oh, no.
Like,
Make up the
Oh, no, 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 no.
drow. Oh, jukes in the trees. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, the
so
Shadow
very
Fiend ult, who's probably was looking for the drow there, was too far away.
Yeah, didn't get much out of that. I think they and now DP
By the way,
ultimate back
meanwhile, a
up.
bot. This is happening.
Yeah. Lose.
The inaugural boat
on him.
was used on Ursa to not actually kill him, and now he needs to leave because the enemy team is TPing in on him.
Yeah, top is gone too.
Oh,
Exo
there's
just came back
Exo.
up.
That's Exo.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
And got to use it with an arcane rune as well, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oof.
Yeah, he did. It's pretty nice. You could just go straight mid here with this Exo duration and
They're
take a mid tower as
smoking.
well.
Yeah, they're smoking right there.
Yeah, they want to get full use of the Exo. That's a good play, honestly.
We'll probably not actually be able to hit the
Yeah.
tower at all at this rate. Not with the wave
Yeah.
here.
Still gonna, you know,
no,
push
no,
it up
it's-
and.
Gonna get a free
I was
haste.
hoping
No,
they'd
but
go on whoever showed up.
Pocket
mid,
gets
but-
a bottle refill here. Like, this is pretty big, right? Like,
Yeah, he gets a bottle refill and he gets a haste rune, which is also pretty big on a hero like DP.
We're gonna take the stacks here, pretty nice. Honestly, this is a
Okay.
good play too. You wait for your next Exo, you take some stacks, get some power up. That's not bad.
It is 12 minutes. Ursa has one part of Battle Fury. Oh no.
Oh no, this is not good.
Gunku's going for this. They
He
have no
doesn't have
T1
ult.
bot.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't have ult. Full combo. That's a dead Ursa.
Bonk,
yikes.
bonk,
Yeah.
bonk. Goodbye,
Really
Ursa.
And the AA ult just to disrespect.
And Pocket also shows up just to throw bats at his corpse.
Yep. Gonna push this in deep and get what they can.
The downside is that that's a gimmick that only works once against Ursa if he's awake. He did use it a little
He's
earlier,
not
but-
playing his hero very well. I think Space Cowboy doesn't normally play P1, so he might not
No.
be comfortable on some P1 heroes, and that's gonna hurt him big time. Because committing that enrage so early, you know, anyone's gonna know that it's go time. Ursa no enrage is just a big creep.
Ursa's still no enrage, by the way. Do they have the
Yeah,
haste
and
on
he's-
Pocket? No, so he's gonna be okay.
He barely missed the X there. He was about to get it. He hit the fog of war.
Yeah, you could see the animation playing for him
Yeah,
there.
you can see it. Yeah, that's crazy.
Ooh, we got 10 seconds on Exo. What do you think? We
Yep.
commit here or
Well,
no?
yeah, for sure. I mean,
I think so. Yeah, you just
you're
this is your
so up
power.
right now.
It's interesting though, because the SF is 2 levels up on the DP, despite like the disparity.
Won't be
in,
for
like,
long.
levels.
Got him in a really
He's-
tight
oh,
position here.
yeah.
He takes
Yeah.
he takes everything.
He
He
Goodbye.
got
Oh, yeah,
stunned
God.
too.
Though
Yeah,
DP is
yeah.
deep in here, all alone
There it
in
is. We
this
talked about
in this
we
disruptor
talked
role.
about the disruptor ult, but she exiled before,
never mind.
so it does not matter.
Oh my gosh! Chonky
That's the
them.
first
Yeah,
life
yeah.
on the Wraith King.
Yep. No, it's gonna be the second one.
Yeah, but he
probably.
might get the DP. Oh my god, the
Oh,
Melodic!
God.
Goodbye, Wraith
God.
King! Holy
Yeah,
hell, this guy
seriously,
just
yeah.
melted.
Crazy.
Stick a
Teamwork
bone
on
in
this
it.
Brionne team is just
Yep.
insane.
That's the X factor
Yeah.
in this game that's lying underneath everything. I guess there's one X factor in favor of Brionne team, one X factor against them. The X factor for them is that this team is definitely the team that has played the most with each other. Not necessarily as 5, but all these players are very familiar with each other. Maybe Lou being a bit of an exception. but
Go
that's it.
immediately on Lotus here. Silence off, no stuns, but still playing aggressive on him. He's gonna have to
Yeah.
back up here.
So that's the X
I was gonna
factor
say,
in
Dave.
favor of this team, and the Lotus team, on the other hand, like I said, this is, I think, the first time these guys have been 5. The downside is that this does come with a little bit of baggage, which I want to talk about really quick, right? This
What do we
Brionne
got?
character, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, actually, but Brionne, according to
Clearly
rumors,
not.
myths, innuendo, is the most toxic player in LD2L history by like a long shot. That's what I've
That's
heard.
not true.
I've heard
That's not true.
that
but-
after every game, she goes to her familia, and she says that you know, if the enemy team lost, then they should be compensated, and if the enemy team won, then they should be whacked.
I mean, she's not wrong, but I've never heard that.
I heard after every game that she 2-0s. After every series, she 2-0. She actually goes to a local playground to take lunch money from children. Children, you know.
Wow.
Sure.
Lotus gets the
man.
first kill
Oh,
by his
man.
team in a very long
get
time.
a-
Just throws a
Yeah,
fastball
Shadow
right
Shaman
at
wards.
Witch Doctor's face.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind
4
of.
to 19 is a rough place to be in. Lotus is trying his best to even this game out. You know, they're only a 4K lead, but you know, 15 more kills. That's they're trying. They're trying
Yeah,
to
if you look at
maintain
the
something.
the
I
level
think-
difference, it's like a bit more pronounced here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was gonna
Many-
say. Is like the net worth belies the like kind of like XP advantage and like the general. Yeah, here we go with Exo on the mid again. Like did nothing to do with it.
the strategic
You
advantage.
never want your
they,
P1 to be less farm than your offlaner. That's not a good sign as well. Especially since your offlaner got trashed by a drought. That's
It's
much
also-
better.
In fairness, the P1 also got trashed. I mean,
Yeah, it's also an Ursa without a Battle Fury at 17 minutes. So that's
yeah, he's
Yeah.
close at least.
It's gonna be maybe like a 17-45 minute battle fury here. Not
We're
very
going
good.
to pop the glyph here to protect from the Exo. It's actually going to soak up the most of the rest of it. We have AA ult going out here. It's actually going to miss here, which is unfortunate, but the boat isn't. And that's bad news for any big Lotus fans. He just killed
Good
himself on the
next
Kunkka
Ooh,
blade mail.
got
But Kunkka is in
destroyed.
real trouble here. He's in the middle of the disruptor ult.
Kunkka's in trouble here. Oh,
He's-
what's the
Yeah, he's
Rum,
dead.
though.
The Wraith King got him.
DB's in, and we got the Wraith King. Or
Oh, this is
the
a
Witch
big
Doctor,
cast.
and
This
the
is a
big ult.
falling up.
Huge
Oh
cast.
my gosh, yeah, that is amazing.
First live the Wraith King, but the Witch Doctor's dead. So is the Brionne. Triple kill for the
Ooh, I
Wraith
don't-
King, and here comes
I don't
Ursa to
know
clean
if
up.
Pocket survives this. This is actually kind of rough.
No,
He's fast as
Pocket doesn't
fuck.
get-
no, he's
fast
super
as
dead.
fuck.
4 for 3 trade there. That's a 2,720 gold swing in favor of the Radiant. Basically, most of the advantage Dire had just disappeared just like that.
Yeah.
Tried to take a
Yeah,
fight,
that-
just too many awkward conditions. They didn't get the AA ult on the Shadow Fiend, so he got to ult, which set his team up for big success. The Disruptor ult was very big, caught Kunkka in the worst possible place at the worst possible time when he was such a big part of their fight.
Yeah.
The supports just died just of attrition over time, got eaten by the Wraith King skeletons, got eaten by the Shadow Fiend ult as well.
I will say I don't like this DP's item though. I wish he went Yules first instead of Ags first. It just doesn't seem. You need a Yules, right, for Ursa and Rage
Yep.
because it goes through it full duration.
Mhm.
You need a Yules to like just save yourself from stuff really, and skipping that is kind of greedy in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Just try. I think the idea is that they realize they have the advantage, and they're taking an item like the Ags. They're doing the Ags Witchblade build in order to try and keep the momentum going, in order to try and keep an overwhelming damage advantage over those guys, while they still think they're invincible. Problem is, we just saw last fight, they're not. They are still dependent on big ults. They are still dependent on big plays, and they are still going to be, for the most
There's
part,
still-
4v5 here as well.
Yeah, they're playing together well, and that's good. You know, I like to
are,
see
yeah.
this like core farming and supports kind of just smoke around them. Like I like to see that.
Another Exo out, and on this T2
Yeah,
bot.
I mean, also smoked behind the Exo, which I actually really like because you can force a lot of stuff here, and especially if
Yeah.
you're ready for it. Where I mean, granted, we talked about like not
They're
having
just giving this up.
stuff. Yeah, like right, like this is like okay, great. We spent a little bit of gold on a smoke and an ulti that we're now gonna just draw back from. Oh, they're pinging the Tormentor too, so like this is great. Like this is amazing.
And
They won't get the Tormentor.
This is good. They, oh no, the Lotus team is actually on Tormentor here.
Gonna
This is gonna be
clash over
awkward.
here, maybe.
Oh,
This is gonna be
spicy.
clean.
This
The Witch
is very
Doctor's going
spicy.
in first. Get a fat cast,
Bonk.
maybe. Nope.
I hope
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
else hit
Back.
halt when that happened. Yep, they did.
Failed.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Oh wait, they could have turned it. They could have turned it around if they went in here.
Rasta
Yeah, they should-
dies.
No, he doesn't.
I
He has
feel
a
like
chicken
they
thing.
Yeah, that's funny.
Honestly, I think the play probably would have been donk. Never mind, Rust is
Nice,
dead.
you got him.
I think the play
That's
would have been
pretty
to
funny.
wait for the Tormentor announcement and then, like, after you got the Witch Doctor donk, wait for the Tormentor announcement, then go in on it.
Yeah,
Because you can just follow
that
up on
is
that very
pretty
quickly.
funny though. Yeah, the heal's kind of slow from the Tormentor, so
Yeah, it's very.
would have been
slow,
nice to see a
but
team
it's-
fight there right after.
They didn't have EXO though, so I could understand why they would be nervous. I think more than anything, taking a fight where they didn't have EXO like they did have it is what got them last time.
That's fair, yeah. No, they're playing disciplined, and I respect that.
Drow got that
Yeah.
Ags early. Drow at the top of the charts right now, by the way. So that's good. This is something we didn't see week 1 from Lemongrab, who spent a lot of week 1 playing these very aggressive early fights. This time he is definitely playing it a lot cooler. He is letting his team take the reins. He is just hitting creeps. That's not the solution every game, but that's not the worst
Yeah.
idea this game. I do think Drow is definitely the weakest part of this puzzle, though.
I do think if your team is winning and doesn't really need you, as a P1, you should probably maximize your farm and, you know, secure the win, essentially.
Yep. And that's what he's doing here.
I like to see it.
Dire
Alright,
skin
so
out wisdom,
we've
don't
got the-
find anything.
Yeah, we've got the DP pushing. We've
Yep.
got
Ag's about to be out for the DP,
Hey.
for the record. Radiance is out for the
That's-
Kunkka.
that's actually 2 pretty good timings for this team, right? Like,
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
strong
lot
right
of
now.
like. That's a really big, like, push.
And for the record, they're
This
also about to have Manta.
Yeah, I mean the drought showing like that is like wild, but I mean I guess if the team's there.
Yep.
doesn't
And they're
matter.
gonna pop EXO for top T2.
Yeah, for sure.
They're using this DP
with-
right. There's like every 2 minutes they all go to a tower as a team.
Pop. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like, what are you gonna do? Why she's.
Shouts to Doughboy. Doughboy, you got a gift sub from Enno, so say thanks to him. That means you don't have
You
ads
don't-
anymore. For the record, just to reiterate, anybody who has a sub, you don't get ads. No ads for you. Radiant did
so
Roche
Vita
while they were
2-2
taking
here.
the T2, which is smart. They couldn't contest the
Oh,
T2,
Roche.
so...
No.
Oh wow.
They are farming
I mean,
well, I will say, like, it's 9-23, but Dire's only up by 2k. Like, I've been saying this even earlier in the game, like, they're playing well,
Barely
but
missed.
they're not, like, overwhelmingly winning still.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
not
Radiant
right
have a
clicking
chance.
A
creeps
blast
all.
was close. It was such a close A blast.
Yeah.
Manta out now for the Drow.
mm.
You want to hear a hot prediction? You guys are never going to believe this.
What's that?
It is my belief that the Dire will now wait approximately 1 minute 10 seconds, and then they're going to push mid T2.
Alright, we'll see. 1 minute 10
So they-
seconds, so exactly 25. Or because of EXO.
DP ulti. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
DP ulti. Yeah, it's EXO.
That's funny. Yeah,
DP Ag's
probably.
now up. Okay, this is kind of bad. They're about to catch Kunkka here.
He's got rum, he'll be fine.
Are they? Yeah, he's got blade mail.
He also has, yeah, he's fine. Just Ursa chasing him is just not the play. Like, you just go with the creeps.
Yeah. Wraith
Dude,
King
they
double
could just
damage
push
here.
bot. If they just push bot right now, like they push bot and like the whole team just showed top.
Nope.
And, like
Yeah, looks like they're gonna maybe TP back? No? Yes?
Yeah, they are. They're
Yep.
just going to do it kind of slowly.
wow.
They're going to think about it
Wow.
first. The Ursa is going to go all in on the Kunkka.
That's not good.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
Wasted ages.
I don't know what you
Oh,
guys think,
no.
but not my favorite play. The Brionne, the ult goes a little long. They caught the
Yeah,
DP
yeah,
here.
that's not.
Oh wow.
Big
Very
witch
bad
doctor.
place. This is what you were
Huge
talking
witch
about earlier with
doctor.
that Yules. This
Big-
Yules is fine. But,
Yeah.
Big
okay,
channel.
never mind.
He's
Oh my god.
dead. No way.
Wow,
No.
she lived that. Wow, that was
Absolutely
scary.
not. That's insane. Cow. Wild.
So that was
Wild
kind of
logic
an
go there.
awkward delayed
Yeah.
defense of a T2 that waited until the T2 was dead to even engage, that had the... What do you mean Wraith King died? What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No, that was
Wraith
just
King.
like
What,
that
what
was-
happened?
That was that was bad shot calling. Like I'm just gonna say it now. Like no shade on their team. Like that was just bad target selection because that is 100% what happened. Because like if they had said, "Hey, we're all on DP right now," DP dies. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
Right? No, like for sure. And
They
so,
shouldn't,
like,
yeah, she can't get away with not buying a Yules. this.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
And
just
so
not
that's what I'm
punishing
saying.
these things, so.
And so now
That's bad.
what we're seeing is like the ramifications of that, where they did not shot call to collapse on the DP, and now they just get the EXO into a tier 2, and they
Also,
lose
that
a fort.
Ursa blink in is just, that was a throw. That was
Yeah,
a bad,
Yeah,
bad throw.
he just barely walked away from that. The Aegis died immediately, and the
Yeah.
bear just barely made his way out of it. He's got his.
He
Well,
kind of
he's
jumped
unlocked
in,
his
did
magic.
nothing, and had to escape and leave his team behind to die, which is not what you want to see from your P1.
Yeah. So
Two
I
smokes.
think that was. I think that more than anything was just like bad shot calling.
They were actually about to
or-
run on the Ursa there, but
They're
then they got
meeting here.
distracted by what might be actually a more tantalizing target.
Oh,
They've got
yikes.
the Shadow Fiend. He
BKB on
thinks that
Lotus
his BKB prevents him from
No,
getting killed
this-
by the
yeah.
AA ult.
No, I was gonna say this feels.
Wraith King in the
really
back
bad
line. This is
because-
smart, but it's not going to work out
Nope.
for him,
It's just
unfortunately.
him. It's
No,
just
his
him.
whole team had
His
to
whole
run
team
after they
left him,
lost the SF. Like feels really, really bad.
Yep. That's rather unfortunate. If they weren't a million miles behind and the Shadow Fiend didn't melt like butter, then that would have been really excellent, but... Because he was in such a scary
No.
position and nobody was ready for him at all. But...
So yeah, I mean, I think again it comes back to that tough, like where
Uh-oh.
if they had
Nice glimpse back, but the Ursa
no,
doesn't want
but
to
no follow. Yeah.
I mean, rightfully, if he didn't commit to that, he was a deadest man ever to exist. No shard on the Drow, by the way, which is going to make this uphill a little... what? You gotta be smoking the Ganjic Space Cowboy. They're not going to hit him for it. They actually miss their spells.
Yeah. That was for growth with nobody.
Boat hits nobody. What's going on?
Oh, yeah.
This is
the
going to kill the
trenches-
Drow for free!
Whoa.
What is
Okay.
happening? This is the
Symphony
grief.
Yikes.
kills. Ooh, does he die on Ursa?
Yes.
That's
He
funny.
might, yep. I was gonna say, wow.
And then
Oh,
Kunkka just walks in
God.
front of 5 people and dies immediately. Okay, 4-for-1 trade there. Massive throw by the Dire.
Yeah,
Got so excited by the
from
prospect of getting
Lotus?
that one additional kill on the Ursa, which they did get at least. That they just, I mean, they literally just got giddy. They just missed all their spells. The X didn't do anything. The Torrens missed. The Boat missed.
Yeah.
The Witch Doctor ult did literally nothing. The AA ult missed. Like, everything missed. Even the multi-shot from the Drow didn't do anything. The Gust
that was a
Well,
missed.
they
Pretty poor play.
They
from-
hit the
from
Ursa,
Dire
though,
team.
to be fair, right? Like, it hit the Ursa. Popped him. But, yeah.
I think the Disruptor ult is just misplaced, and you know.
Yeah.
I don't think she had Exo either. Something happened there to her.
I think it was, like, an awkward continuation of a couple previous fights, like, right? Like, we, like, keep, like, chasing and extending, and then it's like, oh, hey, they're all 5 up, and suddenly we don't have ults, and, you know. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have
I don't
ults
know.
because they dropped the ults on literally nothing, so...
yeah, but, yeah, let's see. Zhao's gonna...
Still only 5k above. They did have an 8k lead, but they just kind of threw it. Thankfully, it's not gonna hurt them too much because
Yeah, I don't think so.
Kunkka's catching up. He was ahead. He's catching up again though, so he'll be fine.
He's just shy of Ags. It's going to be the Ghost Ship fleet, which could definitely be a big changer here.
That's great control, yeah, for his team.
Definitely would like to see the tidal wave here. Well, I'd like to see the tidal wave. I'd like to see the glacier on Drow as well. Will help her not have to get so close to everyone's face to do things, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, Dragonlance would also. I mean, I think she's
Oh, for sure, yeah.
close, right? Yeah.
I don't think she built it, right? She went like something
No,
else.
no, I think we should.
DP, DP found the Ursa here.
So this is bold.
This is bold.
This should have been a
Gonna at
shackle.
least,
He just left his support there.
In fairness, he was right too, because if he had not done that, then the AA ult would have hit him right on the noggin, and the follow-up would have killed him immediately.
Yeah.
I don't think he knew he was right there, but he was right to do that. Okay, I don't like my Drow just being the man alone here. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, so she's got Dragonlance and Manta and Ags and Dolphin. So
There you go.
And she's building the
Yeah.
the shards. There's that.
Shard, yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Da-ba-da-ba-da.
A has eels. I think actually, yeah, Witch Doctor has eels too. Everyone has eels except Roche could be up in 8 seconds. Or he could be up in, 30 minutes.
Maybe not 30 minutes. 3, you said. I was like 30.
Hot dog! True.
Hot dog indeed.
Hot dog in chat. Pace here
Shadow of the Dragon.
flows to a halt. I think that favors the Radiant, honestly. Like, both sides are kind of...
Oh, Ursa, it caught out
Ursa?
somewhere. I didn't see that. Neutral
Ursa.
creep. What?
I
Wait,
think,
what?
Did he die to
Oh,
this?
he
No
tried to-
way.
Dude,
Why
what?
are you doing that?
He doesn't.
What?
Mutually
Dude.
assured destruction.
So that
doesn't have
is
any life.
interesting.
Scanning.
No lifesteal on the Ursa, right? Like
Free
that's
shard
like
for
one
the
of
Wraith
tenets.
King.
I
That's
think
like-
he just needed to ult earlier and he didn't. He waited near death to ult. That was
And now
interesting.
DP has Exo and is at the T3. Well, that's awkward.
Oh my gosh! But like,
Lotus positioning
Right,
pretty
like-
well there, but...
right? But like, Ursa soloing Roshan or Tormentor like with
Nope.
at a minimum a mask, right? Like, not a Mask of Madness, but a Morbid
Yeah.
mask.
Lotus
Wow.
trying to drop the hammer on the DP here.
He's really tanker.
Does not quite get the DP.
He's-
Just dies for it.
Oh, she has the Shiva's guard now.
Yep.
gonna-
Oh no, the Wraith
Yeah.
King almost... She almost outrode the Wraith King. That would have been really embarrassing.
yeah.
They are now missing the, yeah, they are now missing the Exo, and I believe they now have to back.
Yeah.
Which
Lotus
sounds...
buyback, they're gonna walk it off.
Which sounds fine, but I think them losing that opportunity is a little bad. They are, that gold lead is not really changed. Oh no, this could be disastrous. Okay, no, they didn't go Roche. I thought they were just immediately gonna go pop in there. No, instead they're just gonna get the Kunkka. They're just gonna annihilate him. And the Witch Doctor is going to come in all by himself. Kunkka Blade Mail is going to come really late. The rest of Kunkka's team is going to try and follow on him and not be successful. Okay, no, never mind. This was almost really good for the Radiant until Lotus did that.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, it's an awkward trade. for
Yeah.
Sure. With the SF for the Kunkka.
Yeah, getting the Kunkka was literally a lot of money. It was a very big kill, but losing the Shadow Fiend on the dieback for it, not worth it at all. I think he forgot he
Yikes.
diebacked there.
Yeah.
They're going to use the opportunity to take Roche, which, I mean, yeah, why wouldn't you? DP has decided that the reason that she's dying is because she doesn't have the shard. What have they done to my boy SF? My brother in Christ. You were fighting my boy Drow on the Tower of Power. Everyone hesitated for that. They were concerned about the counterattack coming in
Fighting
from the Space
without
Cowboy.
your mid is not a good idea.
This is really bad. Oh man, it's really bad, but it's hard to tell who's for. It's bad for the Radiant is the answer. Oh
Yep,
no, that's
yep.
Wraith form.
Yep.
Missing it.
Ah, they used the Wraith!
No, he gets spirits. Get him.
They
Oh,
used
boy.
the ghost. Disruptor buys back a man alone in this world.
Dude, it's a drow with the multi-shot. Damn, the waves get. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the waves, luckily for the Radiant, are actually really terrible, and they're gonna have 3 up by the time they're actually able to push this.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So it will be a 3v4, though the Drow does still have the Aegis here. 3v4,
Yeah,
no
I mean-
Exo as well.
Nah, the wave here with the shard. Yeah, I think it gets chunked.
They're going on the DP. They're gonna lose the shaman for doing so immediately. Oh my god!
Banner drops shaman.
Here comes the fleet.
Oh,
The
my
SF
gosh,
dead
he
again.
survives. Holy cow!
My
Right?
god, they just can't stop the pocket.
Oh my goodness. That
This
would've been,
game, the
like,
pocket's picking them.
Radiant's middle tower.
Jeez.
They just can't stop
100
it.
HP had to have been. Couldn't. No. Wild.
Dire's bottom tower.
It's not working for
Radiant's middle
Radiant.
barracks
This
is
whole
falling.
playstyle.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And
Drow
they-
hammering
yeah.
the bot tower. Once she got that shard, it felt like everything should. Wow, that's crazy. Kunkka just breathed the Ursa right to his mouth. Did not actually. I think Ursa's ult actually saved Kunkka, because if Ursa had just fallen, Ursa
Radiant's bottom
actually almost died for that. So that's another set of Rex, and they're going for megas.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Why not?
The Exo comes
This
out.
game is
Ursa
pretty
is going in
over
on the back line. Has actually got the Kunkka here.
It really needs
Yeah,
to
I
go
think
there,
Himself,
though.
the Ursa immediately buys. Wraith King down, Wraith King back. He's just dead again. Already in Wraith form.
Yeah.
No,
Going
this
to
is
get
like
one
a,
more stun. He's
This is so
buying.
uncoordinated. They needed to wait for Lotus to come back up. He's just coming up now.
They
but
have the Ursa.
They already used everything.
They popped the
Yeah.
Aegis on Drow. That's all they got for all this nonsense. Is they got
I mean,
Drow's
sure,
Aegis.
but, like,
Radiant's
yeah, okay, great. Like, for what? Like, why?
For all of your buybacks and all of your buildings.
Yeah, great. Nothing matters.
No, it's a good trade, I
insane.
promise. And
Yeah, okay.
also, you're going to immediately lose the Shadow Feint for it, and also the this is done as dinner. Space Cowboy calls the G's. We're going home. Sadly, Drow will never get this kill on the Wraith King because they. Oh no, never mind. Game didn't end in time. That's sad. Gideon's goofing, gooning, giggling, gentle gay gamer goblins take the first game.
Jesus.
That's a tough watch.
Yeah, I think awkward game for the Lotus team. Awkward offlane for the Lotus team in particular. It felt like we have some notifications. It felt like the Wraith King
Yeah,
and the
tough.
Shadow Shaman were always just on a different step from the other guys. It felt like the lane was just kind of a disaster for them, and it felt like a lot went wrong as kind of a result of that. Wow, not even badge 5 on this Ursa pick for the record. Felt awkward. Didn't really work out. Tills doesn't play this Wraith King either. So why are you picking these, Lotus? Why are you picking heroes your team is not actually comfortable playing? Meanwhile, on the other side of the coin, week 1, the first game for Pocket looked really bad. The first game for Pocket looked just horrifically awkward in week 1. The second game, it looked like he turned it around a lot, even if he was on a wacky pick. And I do question
Yeah,
how
he
much it had to do
performed
with it.
really well on that
Rubik.
Rubik. Yeah, I
Yep.
will say like we just gave him the right spells and he utilized them really well and won the game. Honestly, I give that game to the Pocket.
But
We were coming into that first series with having not played with each other at all, but they looked like pretty solid. They recovered pretty well. A lot of teams will just give up after they lose the first game or their mental's kind of shot, but they recovered pretty well. Pretty confident in their play.
But that was on. He got this win on this like wacky tack tavern pause too. It's not gonna happen if you're expecting it at all. This is like a pretty conventional. I mean, DP isn't the most conventional mid in the world. Don't get me wrong, but this is like a pretty conventional. Hold on, I gotta flame somebody real quick.
All right. Well, I unfortunately thank you for inviting me to the cast. Wonderful, thank you. And I, it was great to do this, but
Pleasure,
I
dude.
have got to go to bed.
Oh no, I didn't mean to watch his
it's
game. I meant to
Tuesday.
whisper him. Crap. Oh no, this is gonna be in the recording. And we're gonna miss a guy going to bed. That's the worst part of all.
Brother, hope you get some
I had-
sleep, dude.
Like,
It was
I
a pleasure.
enjoyed this so much.
I'm glad, bro, and we can talk about our games later. Excited.
Yeah. Let's go.
Jug gameplay time? No, Jug loading screen time, actually. God damn it. Oh my god, it had to be the longest
Alright,
loading
good.
screen of my life. Get me out. Let me out of this stupid goddamn game, Dota 2! Okay. I never wanted to watch this.
Good,
I
dude.
promise I never wanted to watch this. People missing on Ninno's joke? Yeah, we're not
Game
going to do that
Pass
tonight. This is what I want to do. Why does that open Steam now? It doesn't open like a tab in Dota. There. Okay, well, we lost ransoms. I guess I gotta take him out of the title now.
That Howler on your friends list? That is wild.
Oh, yeah. Howler, like, showed up to one of my server events once. It's, like, not Dota 2 related at all. Which was awesome. Okay, final game coming in. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. I'm still recording. Whoops. Shoutouts to those of you on YouTube. Yeah. Good coordination by Brionne team. Poopy coordination by Lotus team. Felt like Pocket played a very conventional mid very well. Everything went good in the world. We'll see you next time.